Grand Rising is your favorite gotcha girl or least favorite gotcha girl, depending upon which side of karma you fall. Here with today's tarot and oracle card reading for Tuesday, October 7th, 2025. All right, let's get right into it. We got a lot of masculine energy today, and again, looks like a mixture. Looks like we got a few people up in here, but again, I'm feeling like it's a competition for love. All right, so let's begin. We got six cards, like I always pull. Out of those six cards, five have people on them. Out of those five people, four are masculine energies, pictured as masculine energies. So again, a lot of people doesn't have to be an actual male, but there's a lot of masculine energy today competing for somebody's affections. So again, I'm using not again, but I'm using my original or Hideaway tarot deck, and I'm using the Hidden Truth oracle to clarify a little bit. So okay, main energy is the Knight of Cups. I feel like there's a few emotional offers in that tiny tiny cup. So this could the Knight of Cups could signify romance, offers of romance, right? It can represent artistic abilities, but again, in just I'm just getting the sense that it is kind of romantic again. Ay. So then we got the Hierophant, right? So that's a teacher, that's spiritual guidance, that could be religious organizations, that's just power, that's also conformity, you know what I mean? You won't find the Hierophant out there trying to shake things up, okay? They like tradition. They like doing things the way they've always been done, which is funny that it's symbolizing Taurus, because yes, I am a Taurus, and I am of the thing, like, if it's not broken, don't fix it, right? But I also like to try new things, and I also enjoy, like, I'm this weird conundrum. I also like stepping outside the status quo and challenging things and rebellion, which would be the Hierophant reverse. But anyway, we got that, right? Knowledge. And so I feel like there's a Hierophant, somebody with those qualities in your energy who has saved your texted messages. This Hierophant is thinking of you. This Hierophant is thinking of you. Then we got the King of Swords, another contender for the heart. Okay. This is somebody who has intellectual authority. They think rationally, they're logic, and because of that, they can seem kind of cold because they go on the facts. They try not to be biased. You know what I'm saying? And they definitely, unlike the King of Cups, don't go with their emotions. Right? The cup suit is emotions. This is logicality. This is being methodical. This is, um, yeah. So again, if they're not careful, they can seem cold and detached because they always go with what makes sense. What is logical, and what is logical isn't always what we seem to. You know what I mean? It might seem a little immoral. It might seem like, wow, you're gonna choose this over that. The part that came into the example that popped into my head just now was I think it was iRobot, like when it was revealed that Will Smith character didn't like robots because a robot had, after he gotten in his car crash, and there was a little girl in the back, right? and and the robot jumped into the water to save them, but it quickly did its little computing thing, and it saw that logically Will Smith's character had a better chance of surviving, so that's the one he saved. But you know what I mean, from an emotional level, and that's like, why? Yeah, it's so you can seem cold and detached, even though it might have been the quote unquote right choice. That seems a little like, oh, you gonna let that little girl die down there and drown, and you know what I mean? But anyway, so I don't know why that popped in my head, but it did. So that can be the energy of this person, and according to spirit, y'all don't share the same values. It says we don't share the same values. All right, then we got a masculine who's been who's been fighting, or you might even have had to stand your ground against this masculine. All right, against a few of these masculines because they just not for you. You don't share the same values. You don't share the same values. You've been standing your ground. You have been setting those boundaries. You know what I mean? You're not letting anybody gaslight you into their thoughts and belief patterns anymore. You know. And the perfect card came out with this one. I laughed when I saw it. It says, I am recovering. Aren't we all, Spirit? We all recovering. Everybody who's been fighting the fight, fighting the good fight, we are all recovering because it's not easy to stand your ground in this type of world. Like I said, when you are your own greatest supporter and everybody else is just trying to make you think that you don't know what you know, it is hard. It is hard, you guys. But we doing a good job. Keep going. Keep going. Then we got the world, the one feminine energy. Okay, we got the world, which is a completion. A completion. So I feel like all these energies, these masculine energies, that's in the past. That's in the past, collective. I feel like we're tired, right? We're tired of conforming. Yes, the Hierophant usually knows, and because it came out in the upright, you know some things, right? This could also represent a mentor. They know some things, but we're tired of the rigidity of it all. We're tired of the judgment, the being judgmental, and judge. I'm thinking of Christianity, y'all. I gotta admit, I was raised Baptist, right? I was raised Baptist, and Christianity really did a number. We're all traumatized because religion is religion and spirituality is spirituality, and many things are similar, but many things are different. So anyway, yeah, we're just going on to the new. The world is the end of this cycle, okay? And whoever put you in this, it could have been a tough cycle. We learned our lessons. We learned our lessons. All right, we all signed up for this, guys. Remember that. We all signed up for this. And remember, as you're making your choice, if any of these people, this Knight of Cups, this Hierophant, this King of Swords tries to come back, just remember, whatever trauma they put you through, they would do it all again. Remember that when you're making your choice whether to let them back in or not. They would do it all again. So if they hurt you in any way, they would do it all again if you give them the chance. Spirit's letting you know you got your free will. Any heartache you incur from here on out, that's on you, Spirit says. That's on y'all. And then we got, last but not least, the Ace of Pentacles, new beginnings too. So you got the potential for not just new beginnings, but prosperous new beginnings. Okay, we're going to make that shmoney. We're going to make that shmoney. It also, to me, looks like a sun. It looks like rain clouds are going bye-bye, and you got the whole world in your hands, right? Sunshine. We got sunshine on a cloudy day. New beginnings, and the one to support that was, I miss hearing your voice. Whoever you left in the past is also missing your voice, because they ain't going to have this without you. They ain't going to have this without you. Oh, well. And a quick point before I do hop off here right here is, if you notice, the knight is carrying the cup in his right hand. The Hierophant is making that signal with his right hand. And that signal, I looked up, there's a few different meanings, but people think he's got the two fingers up, and the I'm sorry that my camera quality sucks so much. Focus. But he's got two fingers up. It's kind of like, I think it's like this, right? He's doing this. And the two ups, that's kind of like an as above, so below. It signifies being a bridge between um humanity and the divine, and it's also imparting knowledge, right? About a sacred spiritual knowledge. And so anyway, yes, the knight has that cup in the right hand. He's making that signal, as above so below, with his right hand. He's got the sword of truth in his right hand. This one's defending with his right hand. We all got these right hand mans. All right, and the right hand signifies power, honor, and status. So that's got to be something, right? Y'all do with that what you will. And that's your reading for today. I hope it was helpful. If it wasn't helpful, I at least hope it was entertaining. And I'll see you again when I have another message.